Hi everyone, and welcome to week 3 of month 2 of volume 5. That's so many parts. So tonight I'm not going to make a really long video because I've been out of Sydney all day and got back fairly late tonight. But I'm just going to show you what my second piece for the month is. So I thought what I'd do is I make it's either going to be an amulet to go on a necklace or a brooch. I'm not sure yet. It might be too big for a necklace, but it might be a brooch, which I'll never wear, but maybe I'll pin the brooch onto something like a slow stitch bag. But I thought I'd do something circular and collage some different pieces in the middle, and then I'll do lots of different stitching and beading. So next week I'll do the stitching and beading, but I'm just going to play around with some bits and pieces to kind of show you what I'm thinking. So a little bit of lace there. I cut out these flowers, which I thought I'd do embroidery and beading on, so they would feature probably in the middle, and a leaf from the same fabric. So I've got to make sure that I run it just inside or just to the edge of my circle, so something like that. And then I've got little bits like this cut out, so I like these, they're pretty. And I've got a piece of cross stitch too, so I have to work out where I can fit that one. Maybe it could go that way. So just playing around, I've got some other little bits. Okay, I've got to fix it inside, so just move it over a little bit. Can overlap onto my cross stitch. Actually, I've got a smaller one of them, a little blue one. That one could fit there. This one I might move up a bit because I've got this big yellow one as well. And I have another leaf. Can I fit that? Be nice maybe to get some greenery on this side. I want to fit the orangey yellowy one, so it brings in some extra nice colour. Maybe that could go there. Very busy, I know. And once I get even the embroidery on, once I get the embroidery on, it's going to be even more busy. I'm feeling like I don't need the lace because it's busy enough. Okay, so what I would actually do once I get stitching, I'm going to stitch in the gaps anyway, so you're not going to see any of the linen underneath. So I've got an old piece of cotton underneath, so it's 2 layers, and I will just pin these in place, and then I will just quite simply whip stitch everything down or overcast stitch. Put that one on top. Should be using my little applique pins. They're easier and they're smaller. So I basically want lots of embroidery, French knots, things like that, and some beading as well on this one. All right, so really simple. I'll just show you quickly how I would stitch it down. I might even use, I really want to use, just trying to find it, my silk thread. Is it near me? Let's see. because it's really fine and you won't really see it. And I don't know if I've got it on the table in front of me. I've got several, but who knows where they are. I normally have one on my table. My table's, as usual, it's got a million things on it. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Oh well, I will just use the old cotton. I did even have things like this, which would look nice, but I can't fit it into this little circle. So, oh, my dog's been chewing this, look at it. This got on the ground. He got it from somewhere, and I think he took it off a low table and started chewing it. All right, so I'll just show you a little bit of this because it's pretty much the same as what we always do, so it's nothing new. And I highly doubt we're getting brand new viewers, although who knows. So just a little overcast stitch around each piece to hold it on. I mean, I'd put maybe a pin on the back of that, a brooch pin, and then you could like pin that to a bag, because I'm not likely to wear a brooch. Just wouldn't be my vibe. Okay, so I'll do fairly small stitches. They're not, oh, well, not too small so far, but because I'll end up embroidering over them and you probably won't really see them anyway. But I've got to get enough fabric that it doesn't fray and it actually holds it in place. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Shouldn't take me too long just to stitch all these bits down. Can even just start doing both of them at the same time. It's really just to hold them in place until I start doing my embroidery stitching, my decoration. So I got to see my son today. I went to our outdoor ed campus where he's working. So it was good to see him working today. And the boys had to go through this big mud thing. It's called, they do these like PT challenges. And this afternoon they have this sort of tough mudder course. So they did a little bit of stuff in that where they have these mega tyres, big tractor tyres and things like that. And they have this one that Sir Stu, his name is, he calls it grandmother. I don't know why. It's the grandmother tyre. We've got all different ones. And she lives in this big mud pit, water and mud. And the boys were like 3 on 3. So they're in different dorms. So we've got 6 dorms. So like, say for example, Alpha dorm might have versed Bravo dorm, and they have 3 boys from each dorm, and they're in the mud pit. We're getting grandmother tyre, and they have to pull it to their end, and it's a massive battle. In fact, none of the teams completely got it to their own end. and it's just fun. The boys loved it. They got so muddy, and it was quite a hot day today, so then they got to get hosed off and showers before dinner, but yeah, they had fun doing that kind of challenge today. So most boys only did it once, but it went for a little while, so it was quite tiring. They let them run it for a little while to see which team can pull it to their side, and then a few boys had 2 turns if we had uneven numbers. And then they were all muddy, and they all went up and they hugged Jamie to try and get him muddy and to get him to go in, but yeah, he wasn't going to do that. I certainly don't think it would be fair putting Jamie against the younger boys. I'd expect he'd be stronger than them. He's big, strong boy. I've gone a little bit off the circle, but it doesn't matter. Oops, I unthreaded my needle. Okay, so now that I've unthreaded my needle, I might just stop. And I will come back, as I said, it's just a short video this week. I will come back next week with this all stitched down, and I will embellish it, and I'll show you how I'm going to embellish it and turn it into a brooch to pin onto something. Could wear it on your jacket if you wanted to. You could even stitch it down onto a jacket, like a denim jacket. Mum said she started her denim jacket. She must have got one from somewhere, and she started working on her denim jacket, so it'd be good to see that. All right, I will show you more next week. Not much to see this week. You'll see more next week. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.